Hi, how are you doing today? I've spoken a couple of times about how important meditation is for me personally in order to stay in a calm, centered, thankful, grateful, relaxed place during turbulent times like it is now. And I know that there are a lot of people that are struggling right now to stay on an even keel in a world that seems to have changed so much in such a very short time. So I've had several people ask if I could help them meditate, because for me personally it was not easy to begin meditating when I began about 2 years ago or so. I had tried a number of different guided meditations. I tried meditating on my own. I tried meditating, following the breath. Nothing seemed to work for me until I kind of found this little inn, I guess. I find it an inn for me. With meditation, of course, one of the main goals is to still the mind. It's not to block out different thoughts. It's just meant to acknowledge the thoughts, the same way that I mentioned in my previous videos about if you have a fear, don't vilify the fear in you. Comfort it the same way that you would a small child who was afraid. So that I would say is part of the reason that I meditate as well, because it gives this still place for those things to come up and then acknowledge and have them pass through, so that again you're coming to that still place in your mind where you know who you really are as a eternal being, and not just this persona that we have in the external world that we live in right now, that interacts with different beings on a very three-dimensional level. So for me, what I did is, first, the setup is important. At least when you're beginning. Later on, you might not need to have all of these things set up. I know for myself, I get into my comfortable chair. Sometimes I will put on some music, just light background music that doesn't catch your attention, but just something that is soothing and slow and comforting. There's a lot that you can find either in, well, it doesn't matter, whatever works for you is very calming and soothing, but doesn't bring you back to yourself. Another thing that I'll do sometimes, I'll burn some incense, something that smells comforting and familiar. Having maybe a favorite crystal or a rock or something that you can, something smooth perhaps, like I've got this little rose quartz crystal that I like to hold between my palms. Sometimes it's just very smooth, it's very calming, very soothing. So find a place where you can be undisturbed for, and even what I did for the first while too is I set a timer. So I would set a timer for 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 18 minutes, whatever it is that but make sure that you're undisturbed for that time, and try to find a place that you'll be undisturbed for that amount of time. So in that time, if you find that you're pulled away, and you can see, if you want to, you just start over again. One of the amazing things about meditation is that it is accumulative. So as you set aside that time every day, dedicate that time every day. It doesn't have to be exactly that time, but dedicate that 15 or 20 minutes every single day. Earlier in the day is better usually, because that way it sets the tone for the rest of your day. If you're able to bring in that and come into that still place where it's like the eye of the storm, the still place where nothing can disturb your calm, at least not for long. So with that in mind, I like to call for myself, what I started out with were just a few words. One of the most grounding ones first at the beginning. So if you get into your chair, you put your feet on the floor and ground. Try to feel the connection to the earth first. So if you can reach down, imagine reaching down to the core of the earth and just sort of hooking into or plugging into the core of the earth, and that really feel it. And often when I do that with my breath, on my out breath, I feel sort of a dropping sensation go all the way down and even through my seat bones. So it almost feels as though I'll call them my seat bones, because in riding horses, those are the bones that are in contact with the saddle, and that the horse can feel your movement and take their cues from you. So those seat bones almost feel as though something just sort of releases and falls away. Feel that weight sort of drop down and that grounding into the earth. When you feel that part there, then what you want to feel is that total connection to the divine light, the divine source, divine energy, and feel that coming from the crown of your head and going off and connecting with like the great central sun of our universe, and really letting that back in. And then from there, the link, the bridge, is the heart. So that's what the focus is on in the meditation. So I'm just going to begin. It's about 7 minutes in, so next time if you want to do this, we can skip the first preliminary part. But so from here, what we want to do is have, with the heart as the bridge, we want to meditate on trust and love and gratitude, the frequency of love itself. And often with the breathing, what I'll do is I'll inhale for 6 counts, a count of 6, hold it for a count of 3, and then release all the way out to a count of 9. So in for 6, hold for 3, and release all the way out for 9. And those are magical numbers too, for divine numbers. So get into that space and close your eyes. Dark is best. So I'm going to do a lot of this probably mostly with my eyes closed. So I invite you to close your eyes and follow along. Connecting with source energy. The source energy being the source of divine love itself. Source energy being God, creator, source, the universe. What you do, envision divinity as being. Grounding down into the core, feeling those seat bones drop away on your count of 8 or 9 on your out breath. Seeing the flood of golden light energy wash over you like a waterfall of loving, calm, ministering energy. Feeling it comforting, clarifying. Seeing this powerful light flood through every molecule and atom of your body. Purifying and clean, melting away all of the fear, worries, stress, all of the pathogens that may have found their way to you, washing them out of your system, neutralized and transmuted into particles of light. Then, seeing that golden light wash over the entire globe of the earth, melting all pathogens, virus, all fear, neutralizing, transmuting. See the violet light then wash over and through you, through your family, through your community, through your city, your country, and the entire world. Feel how nothing that is not love and ease and abundance for you and for all be washed away, transformed into love and ease and abundance for all. See your immune system and the planet's immune system fill with gold and violet light, strengthening you and the planet. You can repeat as needed any of these words. These words have helped comfort me for a long time. And you can pick a few if you would like to. And just concentrate on those, breathing in your preferred words and breathing out your preferred words. So centering, being grounded, calm, anchoring these intentions into your reality. Breathe into the now moment, the moment where all of your power resides. Calm and peace, ease and grace, clarity and knowing, trust, freedom, choice, and sovereignty, abundance, prosperity, success, worthiness, individual power, well-being, health, thriving, protection and safety, gratitude and deep appreciation, fearless, invincible, aligned, oneness with Source Love, with all that is. Breathe it in. Anchor it deeply. Feeling enfolded, surrounded, enveloped, beloved, holy, expansion into I am that I am. Remember, this is the quantum field of creation and all that is. Your intention and focus is everything. Feel that sink into you. Imagine yourself as divine, your higher self, at one with Source, Creator God. See yourself, your higher self, in front of you. Then imagine lifting up one of your feet of your three-dimensional body and placing it directly into the footprint of your higher self in fifth dimensional reality, the place where we create our own heaven on earth. Then the second foot, placing it exactly in the footprint of your higher self. Sliding your fifth dimensional body into place, into your fifth dimensional crystalline body. Now look out of your new eyes, seeing things you did not see or notice before. Feel the strength and the health and the invincibility of your new body. Its imperviousness to any outside influence. This is you, embodied, anchored deeply. You are all of creation. And then, if you wish, perhaps introduce a bit of the Ho'oponopono practice. Thank you. I love you for everything. Shifting from there to a very simple I love you on every out-breath, over and over, until you feel that even that isn't quite close enough of a feeling, and you realize you don't just love, you are love. I am love, that I am. I am the light I am. Swim into that feeling of profound vastness. Nothing else exists in this powerful now moment of love. Breathe in that love, that light. I am the light I am. Light emanates from the core of who I am, from the marrow of my bones, from my connection with both the source of all and the center of the earth, where I am anchoring light and love for the good of all beings. For the good of all beings, for the good of all, for the planet itself. Anytime thoughts of fear, anxiety, or lack come up, embrace them so as the light I am, and flood these thoughts with love, with ease, with grace, and transmute them in the violet flame, knowing I am clearing these for myself and for our collective on the planet at this time. I am aligned with the source, God, creator energy. I am one with source, God, creator. In this place, I know all, that fear is a lie and only love is real. Feel that, absorb that into you. That truth resonates through every cell of your body and every wave of your consciousness, knowing that nothing can truly harm you because you are eternal. I am eternal. I am that I am. Let that settle into you, into your three-dimensional self, fitted closely with your fifth-dimensional self, where you are creating your heaven on earth, where you have choice and you have freedom and you have abundance to create everything that you desire for the good of all and for yourself. May all beings be blessed in the light and the love that I am.